Okay, let's give this another shot. Okay, take number 2. What I have here is a lovely, hey, I can even show you, FlexiFoil Sting 3.3. 3.3 meter kite. And what I will do is show you the proper way to launch it. We have 3 plastic bags filled up with sand. And I think bags are a good thing to use because they basically slide right off the kite. I don't actually need them right now, but just to show you, because this could be a pounding wind, but today we're talking 10K if we're lucky. So 3.3 Sting, 4-line power kite, 10 mile an hour wind, 6 mile an hour wind if I'm lucky. And we are in lovely sunny Spain, where I have now been for a while. Okay, so let's give it a shot. Now, here we got some power lines right there, brake line, power line. Handles, of course. I think there's bars you can use. This is the second time I've ever flown this thing, and I'm going to give it a shot. Wish there was more wind, but you know, there's not, so no big deal. But this kite's big enough that I should be able to fly in a light wind like this. So sort of make it a little bit taut, give it a bit of a snap. What's going on here? Wonder why she's not. There we go. That was one of those miracle launches. I think it's effectively because there's no wind to speak of. There, at least we're flying it now. I know what I could have done there. I might not have. The wind window shifts, and I think I might not have been in the center of the window. That's why it didn't launch properly. Now you might intentionally do that if you know the winds are really strong. Launch more to the side of the window. But typically you would launch sort of in the center of the window. Make sure you're following all the appropriate techniques, and off you go. So what do we have here? Power lines on the front, on the leading edge, brake lines on the back, on the trailing edge. And if you pull the brake lines, as you can see what happens, eh? If you need to get the kite back up in the air, angle it a bit so the power lines bite into the wind. And off it goes. So, yeah. So Sting 3.3, manufactured by FlexiFoil, is a nice little kite. First 4-liner I've ever had. Please, I'd like some wind. Flying kites is a wonderful pastime. This is really the second time I've flown a 4-line kite. I think if you can fly a 2-line kite, it should increase your learning curve somewhat, because, as mentioned, I've actually got considerable experience flying 2-line kites, and 4 lines are very similar. They just add a couple of brake lines on. So basically, here we go, skim the ground. Flying these kites Easy, smooth inputs are required. And especially so when you're on a board out in sea. Looking good, kite. I like you. I was scudding with this kite a couple of days ago. Yeah. I can even show you the marks on the ground. No, that's not one of them. Scudding is when you slide along the dirt, the grass, or the sand, because your kite is so powerful. And that is one heck of a lot of fun. You get it right there and then you can let it pull you, but there's not enough wind here. It's going to be a good little learner kite for me though. They say that if you can fly a kite well and you want to take up board surfing, sorry, what do they call that? They call that not parasailing, but kite surfing. Yeah, kite surfing. If you want to take up kite surfing, if you have any skills flying a kite or skiing or skateboarding or even swimming, you will progress quite quickly. Now, I'm a very good swimmer, a pretty good skateboarder, and an excellent skier, and I can fly kites, so I am looking forward to giving kite surfing a shot one of these days. Make sure my insurance is paid up well for when a shark eats me or I drown. Give you a good arm exercise. Give that a pull, up we go. Give that a pull, up we go. Over there. See how the nice smooth inputs make this kite perform nicely. Okay, I'm going to attempt to land it, which probably won't work, but we'll give it a shot. So we've got our kite like a bird in the sky, flying high like a bird in the sky, like Billy Preston says. And I'm going to get to the middle of the, here we go, over here. I'm going to very carefully manipulate the power lines. That wasn't very carefully, but it worked anyways. Now what I've successfully been able to do is land this kite on its trailing edge so I can get it up into the wind. So we're just going to imagine we're sitting in the water here, and little flick of those lines to get your leading edge biting into the air. We're all set. Look at that, eh? Looking good. The guy in the plane is lucky he's flying into the wind. Gives him immediate lift. Wonder if you can see my kite flying over to Africa. Ooh, yeah. Here we go, let's skim the ground. So yeah, to make this thing go to the right, pull the right line, pull the left line, brake, pull the brake lines, give it some bite into the wind, pull the power lines, one or the other, and you'll be an expert in no time. Just to say, if you have any problems using a 4-line kite, give a 2-line kite a shot first. Let's try this again. Let's try out landing. Yeah. Little twist with my left wrist here. Oh, looks like it's going to flip. Okay. There we go. Not bad. Wow, some serious control with these 4-liners. I'm impressed. Okay, there it is. Look at that. And a good pop. Up it goes. Well, I gotta say, it's a heck of a lot easier than trying to launch those 6-foot FlexiFoils with the fiberglass spars. Those things were a real difficult bit of a kite to get up in the air when they crashed. To get the right angle. They seem to want to flop around the grass more than anything. Stunt kite doesn't do that, because you can put them back on their trailing edge just like this thing. Nice. Well, Sting 3.3, I'm impressed. Let's go right to the side of our wind window here, just right over there. Side of the wind window. Ooh, we don't have enough room. Barely. Ooh, touch the ground. Side of the wind window. A little bit of height. Touch the ground again, almost. So guys, I'm going to head back because I am supposed to drive to Marbella today. I better get going. Okay, let's land this guy, disconnect their lines, and call it a day. And just a bit more wind would be nice. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to have to give you a name, kite. I'm going to have to name you before you land. What will I name you? What will I name you? What will I name you? Stuka? Yeah. Stuka, because you go high in the sky and at the ground. Nice. Hey, let us go disconnect you. First we'll, oh, that's exactly what you don't want to do. Okay, I think we are okay here. I did not crisscross badly. Okay, shut our phone off. Good. Okay, put that back there. And let's get warm here. Almost January. 2 days till January. Yeah. Well, Kite, Stuka, you did good. So, this is the part that I still have to learn, getting these lines together, rolling them up with the handles, but I won't worry about that now. For now, we'll just get a quick shot of our kite here. And I will disconnect all the lines and wrap them all up the only way I know how to do it. So, Sting 3.3. Lots of fun. Later, guys.